Hello everyone, welcome to Sevast-N-Doom play Blood Omen. And today, I'm going to be playing Blood Omen. This is a long-awaited Let's Play that I've been meaning to do for a very, very long time. And because of some issues, I wasn't able to do it, and now I can do it, so I'm going to do it.
Good.
So
I've never played.
This guy has never played Blood Omen.
Or any of them.
Or any of the Legacy of Kain games. So I'm going to hit start now, and we're going to watch a cutscene.
Alright.
No talking.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance. The initiation of a new aeon. When it becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses!
For fulfilling the circle malak of the Sarafan, you are hereby damned. The pleasures of the flesh are no longer yours. You have but one purpose, damned warrior. You will serve us for eternity.
The tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger.
What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood.
I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome.
And so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night.
Forgot my controls. Okay, we just saw some shit happen. You know, that was some pretty heavy, deep stuff. But it has nothing to do with us. We're playing the Nobleman Kain. Nobleman? We are playing the Nobleman Kain, who is traveling. He's on some sort of journey to, I guess, to get drunk. You know, he showed up in this random tavern.
Hold on a second. That bartender looks incredibly menacing. He's walking around with this bottle, holding it by the neck, ready to beat someone. I assume that's a bottle. You walk into a tavern with your sword drawn and demand a mug of ale.
Pretty much. There's the button I was looking for. Also, I guess I can't do it. I want to check for subtitles, which I didn't do in the beginning.
But we will get them shortly, I'm sure.
Alright, well, anyway, let's leave the tavern, and I guess it's nighttime. They mentioned that, so let's see what's going on.
We're not getting drunk.
What's this? There's some random people. Why are they attacking?
They all look the same.
Oh, let's kill them. Kill them all. Yeah, I don't think that guy can hit me.
So
okay, I'm dead.
You're dead.
Shit.
He's teabagging you.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. There's some pretty cool death cutscenes, huh?
They, victors, suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost. Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
I awoke to the pain of a new existence, in a dank womb of darkness and decay.
So without being too coy, what we just witnessed was Kain being transformed into a vampire. We now have a blood hunger. We now have immortality to an extent. We have the ability to return to life, which we'll soon be exposed to. But first, that's the wrong button.
Yeah, that's not.
At least I killed one of them.
Subtitles. No secrets.
Huh.
Time played 4 days.
How
have we played for 4 days?
Where the hell? I guess I swear there was a. Is it in volume?
Controls?
I doubt it's in controls.
Yeah.
Well, sorry guys, I'll figure out some sort of subtitle, maybe? Anyway, so I'm going to be playing every game in the series in the order that they were released, which in my opinion is the proper timeline. The series does delve...
The spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment.
Sorry about that. I'm trying not... I don't want to talk over those.
So why exactly were we attacked? Or are we gonna find out later?
You will find that out later.
Alright.
But yeah, so pretty much I will be... right, everything has... He talks about every item you pick up the first time you pick it up, so I'm going to shut up for a minute.
Reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the heart of darkness restores vampiric unlife. Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his own body. This ancient vial bears with it a dark gift indeed, for with it my life force is increased. These ancient symbols of power contain raw magical energy that increases my own capacity to summon energy for the spawning of spells.
Sorry, I just want to get them over with as soon as possible so I can talk. But pretty much, this series delves with time travel a lot, so there is a timeline.
Within the walls of these chambers I could find respite. And if I so chose, resume my journey when my weariness abated.
I walked too far. Okay, yeah, why not? Let's save.
This is like the tutorial level.
Yep, pretty much. The Crypt is the tutorial level. It's also where you'll go every time you die. And anytime you just want to return here. It's a good... I don't know why it says 4 days unless that's 4 in-game days and you
That's-
die and were raised 4 days later. I don't
That's
remember.
actually what I was thinking, because if you see, they got the time dial thing down there, so maybe it is actually counting in-game
Well, I'm pretty
days.
sure it's in-game days. I don't understand why it starts at 4. Forget, can I break those? I don't think I can.
I guess it would start from the day in the pub.
Yeah, the day when poor Kain couldn't get a mug of ale as he was traveling from distant Corhagen, which I know I didn't want to talk about spoilers, but it's not really a spoiler. We get to travel to all of these great places that are mentioned.
The world had changed to my eyes. I had not expected such cruelty from the light. For in the embrace of the sun I could find no comfort, only malice. This would change in time for the worse, along with other things. When rainfall comes, vampires are wise to find shelter from its acidic touch.
Simon Templeman, I love your voice, but sometimes, Kain, you talk too much.
He's narrating his life in his head like a book.
No, we're not saving that many times in a row. I don't need to do that. I don't understand the point of that. But anyway, so, I forgot I lost my train of thought. So let's just hack and slash against skeletons until I can regain it.
How do the skeletons bleed?
They're... I don't know what you would call that. It's not blood. Oh!
Brain juice.
Didn't mean to do that.
Do what?
I got hit by the one skeleton. He exploded on me. He or she, I guess, skeletons don't really have a gender.
Bones develop differently in males and females.
That's true, and you can usually tell the difference between them, I suppose, is what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, but technically, I guess you could also say the bones are genderless because they wouldn't have a reason to have a gender if they're just a bunch of bones.
Also, I will say this, because it's not a spoiler. Silicon Knights are the ones who developed this game. Crystal Dynamics published it. Hold on. It's you and you. There we go. Crystal Dynamics published this version of the game. They funded it, I believe, and some other things were involved. But, oh, okay, monologue time. Here you go.
These curious devices hurl bolts of whirling energy and eviscerate my human enemies by stripping ragged flesh from blood-stained bone.
If you try to open up an inventory slot while he's doing a monologue, he will stop talking, or it will just pause the game. But I think this is the button. I want to show what these do. Actually, not against those. I want to find an actual human enemy. Whoops, that was my fault. I've only beaten this game once. I've done a couple of, like, almost playthroughs, but, like, full 100% all the way through type of playthroughs. I've only done it once. It's not my favorite in the series. I love a lot of the story that is involved in this. It tells a lot of the backstory about all of this, you know. A lot of things that aren't otherwise explained in any of the other games because of retcons or otherwise, just ignored. This has a lot to say. What I was saying, I was talking about Crystal Dynamics took over the series after this, and for the most part kicked Silicon Knights out. The story afterwards, they have apparently released statements saying that they, although they are okay with the way that it went, they would not have brought this series in that direction.
So they just basically kind of rewrote it how they wanted it?
Pretty much, just because they felt that it wouldn't have worked the way that Silicon Knights would have wanted it to continue.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, this wasn't really meant to continue.
Yeah.
This was just a standalone game originally.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came.
And if the neat little thing is, I don't know if you've noticed, But if I overfeed, it just falls out of the vial.
No, I didn't notice that.
You didn't?
No. Eat one of them.
Hold on. I don't know if it will because I got hit a couple.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
It just plops
I had
over.
crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one
Is there
moment.
a purpose of overfeeding at all? Or is it
There is no
In this
greater
game, no.
release than that
Blood
from
Omen 2,
vengeance
there is a
sated.
purpose, but we'll get to
My
that when we get to
assassin's
that.
dead.
Alright.
My quest was over.
Oh, I wanted to show the discs. I forget what button it is. I think it's circle? No? Is it triangle? No? I think it's X, actually. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My
Tis not
HUD
over,
keeps
Kain.
making a weird
These
noise.
fools were merely the
I have no
instruments
idea
of
why,
your
sorry.
murder,
That has
not
nothing to
the
do with this Let's
cause.
Play. It keeps...
Look to their masters. Look to the pillars. And gain way to the fortress of the mind.
That is a weird sound.
Yeah, I don't...
Alright, so... Oh, okay, we are... Alright, well, we've we've defeated the assassins. What the fuck? That's the pause button. Anyway. Oh! The inventory screen. This is the inventory screen. I'll show this next episode. But, we've defeated the assassins. But Kain still feels a little uneasy. He kind of wants this dealt with, and more, somebody, I think it was Mortanius, just told us to make our way to the pillars of Nosgoth. So, we're going to do that in the next episode. See you guys.
See ya.